I just said, are you ready? And he goes, no, after I already hit go live. So here we are. We made it to Italy. We're in Florence now. We spent the last 2 days in Milan, and we just wanted to come on really quick and just share a couple freaking funny things that have happened because, when you take vacation, stuff goes wrong. You can either let it ruin your trip or you can laugh and make the best of it. So we have a series of funny little things that happened that we thought we would just share. You want to start?
No, because I can't see what you start.
Well, this was kind of dumb, but we didn't plan our trip around this, but we did choose a route that we have these United passes that we pay for that get you into the United Club Lounge because we have their credit card and we get charged every year for it. We can never use them. So we're like, okay, we're going to use them. We've got a 4-hour layover in Denver. We're going to use them. And we were so excited to go get some free snacks.
Free snacks are always exciting.
Yes. And we got there.
And
the sign said,
Mileage Club members, 1-day pass.
Not being accepted. So they turned us away. And they sent us down to this little pop-up. They called it a pop-up.
Grab and go.
Yeah, grab and go. Anyway.
Yeah. And we went all the way down there. I think complaining.
I was mad. I wanted to force our way in there. But what ended up happening?
We ended up going, and it turned out better. We got grabbing stuff, which was better for us because we got to bring free stuff on the plane, and
we got enough for lunch and dinner. And it was, the point was,
it was the same food.
It was packaged to go because in the other lounge, which finally they let us into, there was it was all like on a buffet. And so we couldn't have taken it with us. So that ended up being better. So that was cool. But, the flight was late. And you guys, if you saw our live video, I went live as we were running because the flight was an hour and a half late, and they made an announcement to ask everyone to please stay seated so that we could get off the plane first. There was a few others with tight connections. But once we landed.
This is when we went to New York or Newark.
Yes, before we were making our connection. And.
What? You tell it, I'll pipe in. I don't know.
He doesn't like to be on video. And this is what it's like. I don't want to be the only one talking. What happened? We sat on the tarmac for 20 minutes because someone was at our gate, and we're like, what the hell?
They changed gates only to find out that there was somebody at our gate.
Yeah. So we sat there for 20 minutes, and then once we finally started going, they drove us 5 minutes the other direction. We're like,
and so we're getting closer as we're going the other way.
And then once we pulled up to the gate, everyone stood up. I think everyone forgot about the little announcement about letting us off first. So we're like, oh my God. So we went running. Luckily we made it. That flight was also delayed by probably 20 minutes. So thank goodness, because otherwise we would not have made it. So that really worked out in our favor too. But probably the biggest thing that has been a challenge that we have made good, we've managed is, okay, I'm going to give an excuse first. So we've been so busy. We have been so busy working before this trip. I think we had mentioned we were almost thinking of not even taking this trip. Well, we were questioning why we were doing this in the middle of everything that's going on in our lives. And, so at the last minute, we're trying to work out the money situation. We realized we could get cash out of an ATM with our debit card. So I grabbed the debit card. Anyway, long story short, we get over here. I grabbed an expired debit card. So our means of getting cash, we have none.
Yeah. We didn't bring very much cash because we were going to use the card to get it.
We brought like less than $100. We exchanged it for crap, and we have like 50 euros.
That's it for 12 days?
Yeah. We have our credit card, so we've been making do with that. We've been walking everywhere.
Well, that's what's happened is we've actually saved money because we found alternate ways to get. We were going to take a taxi to a lot of places, but instead we've ended up either taking the train or walking, and we've saved a lot more money.
Yeah. But there's something funny that happened. That's something very funny that happened.
It's very funny to you, especially. So
because one of the things we don't want to carry a lot of stuff around, and so I had this little it's like a fanny pack, but it's for traveling, and it's like meant to be hidden in your pants.
It's also so you don't get pickpocketed.
Yes, exactly. So I had him wear it, and he's like, "What were you saying you were worried about?"
It was just sticking out. It just looked weird.
And you were worried that when you had to open it.
Well, no. So she said, "Stick it down your pants."
Well, you're supposed to hide it. It's supposed to be hidden. So anyway, we go to lunch, and he's all worried. He's like, "Well, then when I go to pay, how am I going to stick my hand down my pants to get this money out of?" Anyway, we're at lunch.
Our first lunch there,
which was delicious, and we go inside, or we're going to ask him for the check. They don't bring the check. You have to get up and go in, which is something we're learning, and that's okay because we end up sitting there forever waiting. And so we stand up, and as soon as we walk inside, we realize, oh God, you should have taken the money out of your wallet outside, because now we're standing in the middle of the restaurant. Literally everyone is seated. We're standing in the middle of the restaurant, and the guy gives us the bill, and I turn around and look at Jeff, and
I had to go all in. I had to get it somehow.
And I look back at the guy, and the guy looks at Jeff and just looks away, because we're like, what the heck is happening right now? Mm-hmm. And he pulls his credit card out of his pants, and I just can't even. All I need to do is think about this visual, and
she's been laughing about it.
I've been cracking up
the whole trip so far.
Yeah,
yes,
but now he doesn't wear the wallet. I wear the wallet. So, but it's been something funny that we've been laughing about. Anyway, so. Oh, the other thing that, he Googled directions to the fashion district, and it said it was only a 15-minute walk away. And so then we get there and we look it up, and it says it's a 45-minute walk away.
Well, and we were asked, and we asked, well, yeah, that's right. And when I found out it was different on my phone than it was on my computer, I looked it up on the computer, and it was a store actually called the Fashion District.
Yeah, so it wasn't the Fashion
That was
District.
actually temporarily closed.
So we couldn't go there. And we're like, oh shit. Our whole afternoon was falling apart because we also got a notice. We had tickets to the opera. We were going to go see Macbeth. And we got a notice that said that the opera went on strike. The opera was canceled. And so we end up going to dinner anyway, right next to the opera house. And as we're sitting there on the patio outside.
Well, first we went to tour it.
Yeah.
And we made our own little...
we got to tour. We sat in the best seats in the house, which we wouldn't have if we had gone to the opera.
That's right, and we just got to check it out, and we sang a little bit ourselves.
And then we went to dinner, and we heard this opera singing. There were street performers.
And it sounded live, and we're all, what's going on?
We had our own opera right there.
Right downstairs.
And it was incredible.
It was amazing. It was awesome. There was people dancing, and it was really, really cool.
Anyway.
And that only cost us €1 because we went and tipped them. So.
I think all I had was less than I had €10 from a trip I took to Europe 10 years ago. And so we've had this €10. Anyway, we're making do around here without any cash. We're
doing a great job.
We're having some
20,000 steps up, 4,000 steps left tonight. We'll get 20,000 again.
10 gelatos and 5 cannolis. Mm-hmm. We're going to go to Zaza. So Jenny Brown, if you're listening to this, and several of you actually recommended that restaurant
Brenner,
to us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go. But anyway, this went on so much longer than we intended to. We really just wanted to say,
it's time to eat.
When things go wrong when you're traveling, it's amazing how it always works out better, or if you can just find a way to make it fun or to laugh.
Yeah, because even if we would have missed our flight, what could we have done about it?
I know.
If we worried sick and missed, and freaked out, I mean, what's going to change?
Yeah.
So you just got to figure it out and do with what's best.
I started to freak out about the money situation, but now we've
saved money.
We've been having fun with it. We've been figuring out the subways, and we're getting by. We're walking everywhere, although we are getting old because we're both so sore.
It's both of our birthdays this week, and we're feeling it.
Yeah. I'm hitting the big 5-0. Okay, this is it. We got to go eat. Thanks for tuning in. Just wanted to say hello from Italy.
Ciao.
Oh, ciao.